CEO Jim Valenti announcing the possibility of acquiring El Paso Children's Hospital. The move is unexpected and reactions are mixed. We hear Valenti, the county, Children's, and you.
You would return that money?
No, I don't believe so.
ABC-7 once again looking for a straight answer from Valenti as we uncover even more details on a deal that could leave UMC paying him millions in a year and a half only. Also, a lot of you are hoping for professional soccer in El Paso. Your reactions on our Facebook really capture our feelings too. What a bummer. Nichole.
Well, the rain chances go up tomorrow. Are we expecting more rain this weekend? I'll have that answer coming up in StormTrack weather.
It's all next on ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley at Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
ABC-7 finds another undisclosed pool of money set aside for the head of El Paso's County Hospital. We found UMC CEO Jim Valenti could get millions of dollars if he stays with the hospital through May of 2016. We were breaking the news just months after he asked for more of your tax dollars but didn't get it and laid off more than 50 workers at UMC. Hello everybody, I'm Bob Harp. This is ABC-7 at 9 where you help shape the big stories of the day. And that is a big one. Now, you do that through our social media network. On Twitter, we're at ABC7 Breaking, and Facebook, just search for KVIA.com, and we'll have the reactions coming up throughout the next half hour. So new tonight, ABC7 is still doing the digging on University Medical Center, and we are still uncovering facts you need to know about. The millions Jim Valenti could get coming up in a bit. We also confirmed the county hospital now has a lien on Children's Hospital, meaning Children's is kind of stuck until paying back the more than $80 million it now owes UMC. And it looks like Jim Valenti really upset the Children's Hospital board members by what he said this morning about Children's ability to stay open in the future. We have ABC7's Ashley Rodriguez continuing our complete coverage with that side of the story. Hey, Ash.
Hey, Bob. Commissioner Carlos Leon's ears perked up today when Valenti talked about the idea of bringing Children's into the county hospital district. Although it's new information, Valenti says this idea has been on the table since February.
If I remember correctly, one of the things that he said that they could help Children's Hospital survive.
El Paso Children's debt to UMC grows and grows, according to Valenti. He reports it's now at $81 million. That's a 100% loss of revenue, meaning less cash flow to the county hospital that's had to lay off employees and put others on furlough because of it.
I'm hopeful that we can bring this chapter to a conclusion.
One option on the table, mentioned by Valenti, bring Children's under the county hospital umbrella, which now covers UMC, the foundation, and El Paso First Insurance.
Children's Board has to make that decision. They have to evaluate all of their options and then come up with a decision.
And the pressure is on. ABC7 uncovered that UMC has a lien on the Children's Hospital. Documents obtained by our I-team show property, equipment, accounts, and contracts are among the collateral for the lien. Liens are typically used when a creditor wants to protect its interests. El Paso Children's responded to Valenti's public announcement of the possibility of acquiring Children's, writing, "Mr. Valenti has spoken out of turn. Both parties agreed to limit our comments to the media until we have concluded our negotiations of our existing contracts and our lease with UMC. Our goal is to stabilize the finances of the hospital so that we can continue to deliver on our mission for El Paso children."
Whatever actions or whatever plans that are in place, we need community input, and we need the court.
Now, Commissioner Leon said the entire court will meet with Valenti next week. He is also going to a UMC board meeting this Friday. That's where Valenti is expected to publicly address these options. Tune into ABC7 on Friday for any details he may reveal. Bob?
Quite interesting on the books, according to Valenti, since February, but very surprising to a lot of us. All right, Ash, thanks so much for that report. Now, by the way, we uncovered details on the incredibly large amount of money UMC CEO Jim Valenti could get if he is with the county hospital through the end of his contract. Back in 2005, Valenti and the hospital board agreed that he'll get a percentage of his base salary for every year that he's been with the hospital. That is if he stays CEO another year and a half. So the total he could receive would top $3 million over and above his base pay and bonuses. Valenti's current annual base salary is just under $500,000, so he'll be getting roughly $184,000 in deferred pay just this year. ABC7's Darren Hunt asked Valenti about it.
We're adding positions and we're growing, and so
Do you know if those
have to-
56 people are employed now, or do they have new jobs? Do you know how many of them are employed?
I don't know that, and so but I do. I'm very hopeful from the standpoint of us growing and hiring.
And we also sat down with County Commissioner Vince Bettis and asked him about this kind of a deal that the UMC board used to entice Valenti to stay the long term.
On the deferred compensation, I think if done responsibly, could be a valuable tool. But the issue that I've always had is, given this year's financial difficulties, why was Mr. Valenti awarded a $120,000 bonus on top of all that?
As you can expect, the story continues right now at KVIA.com. We have extensive coverage and content from Darren Hunt. Plus, our web director has compiled a timeline of ABC7 reports going back to when we first broke the news of the financial dispute between UMC and Children's. A lot has happened over the last year. So take a moment and get to know the full story. Then let us know what matters to you the most when it comes to this story and help shape the coverage that we bring you as it unfolds. Tonight, you're already letting us know what you think of this deal. We asked on Facebook, given the hospital's current financial problems, what do you think of the incentive to keep him on the job? We're talking about Jim Valenti, of course. We'll get to your responses coming up. We're already getting them. In the meantime, if you are going out tonight, you need to know what to expect out on the roads. So far, all looks pretty good. You can see the roads are dry, just like StormTracker Nichole Gomez forecast, but you're keeping an eye on some rain chances for the near future. So what are you talking about rain? How good a chances can we see?
Well, as of now, Bob, we do have those very slight rain chances, and that low pressure system we've been talking about the entire week that has been moving in from the west has made its way into the area, but as of now, it's well to our north. So tomorrow, we should start to see those rain chances go up. But let's take a current look at our Doppler radar. As you can see, it's still affecting Southern California, Arizona, and if you look well to our north, around Albuquerque and around north of Deming and north of Las Cruces, you see some of that spotty green. So well to our north, that's where we're seeing most of the activity. But tomorrow, again, those rain chances will go up. But notice our temperatures this morning, a little warmer than what we have seen. 49 Las Cruces, El Paso, 39 Deming, 45 out in Silver City. Now tomorrow morning, notice where our temperatures are, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, 55 El Paso, 54 in Las Cruces. So similar to what we had this morning, around 9 o'clock, temperatures gradually begin to warm into the 60s by the afternoon, so you can see our temperatures will be fairly comfortable. But tonight we're expecting those partly cloudy skies. We'll talk about those rain chances and if they will stick around for your weekend. I know, Bob, we have the celebration of lights, so I'm sure you want to know because you're going to be out there.
I am going to be out there, so I need to know how to dress and, you know, do I need the gloves, all that good stuff.
That's
hey,
right.
Maybe that rain will clean my car off too.
Maybe you should clean your car off.
I know. Have you seen it in the parking lot, Nichole? Oh my goodness.
It probably looks like mine.
Okay, so we're both on the same page. We'll check in with you in just a bit, Nichole, and also in just a bit, you and I are going to be talking about the possibility of Major League Soccer coming to El Paso. Are you excited about that?
I am excited.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble. Have you heard? It may not happen. Well, that is the bad news apparently coming from Major League Soccer fans hoping for an expansion team in El Paso. The commissioner of the league all but confirmed this week that Sacramento, Minnesota, and Las Vegas will get those expansion teams. Official word might not come until sometime next year, though. You are not happy about it, though. On our Facebook page, a lot of you are reacting on our social media buzz segment. That is coming up in just a bit. You'll tell us what you think. And I'd like to say the story now is just how passionate El Pasoans are about bringing a pro team, soccer in particular, to El Paso. Well, for the third straight game, the UTEP Miners faced an undefeated team, that being Colorado State. How that game going on right now. We'll get a score for you coming up in just a bit. Want to let you know we are following it for you right now. Well, the Miners, the first loss of the season, while the Rams are a perfect 6-0. That's what was their last game. So again, we hope to have highlights tonight on ABC-7 at 10, and we'll get a score for you coming up in just a little bit. We want to make sure it's an updated score for you. We also have a handful of stories that you need to hear tonight, so you'll actually have something to say when they hit social media. First off, an early report from federal investigators showing Tyler Francis did not have prior experience flying that experimental home-built aircraft, the one he crashed outside the Las Cruces airport. The 29-year-old El Paso businessman and grandson of former El Paso Mayor Larry Francis was killed. To read the full NTSB report, check out our headlines at KVIA.com. You also need to know the accused shooter in a deadly Lower Valley drive-by shooting is behind bars tonight. The complaint affidavit states Alejandro Leal admitted to police he targeted the victim, 38-year-old David Gomez. Leal reportedly told police the driver was 29-year-old Juan Avila. He is still on the loose tonight. If you know where he is, you're asked to call police. There is a picture of him on your screen. Also new today, Texas Governor-elect Greg Abbott joining 16 other states in filing a lawsuit in federal court challenging President Barack Obama's actions on immigration. Abbott says Texas could be uniquely hurt by the executive orders. They're designed to spare as many as 5 million people living in the U.S. illegally from deportation. A grand jury decided not to indict a white New York police officer in the chokehold death of an unarmed black man. Video shot by an onlooker showed the suspect, Eric Gardner, refusing to be handcuffed. The officer responded by putting Gardner in a chokehold, which is banned by the police department. Much more to come tonight here on ABC 7 at 9. We're using social media, of course, to hear your thoughts on the day's news and to actually help keep kids warm this winter. We're doing our part. Are you doing yours? Are you ready? We need your help to buy jackets for nearly 20,000 local children. Nichole, they're going to need them pretty soon, right?
Absolutely. We start out with those very cold temperatures, but we'll talk about what you can expect tomorrow morning and rain chances. That's coming up in StormTrack weather.
This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW, where you become part of the day's news every night. We'll be right back.